because there's a lot of level grinding casual. No, okay, so basically, okay, this Souls game, because it is a Souls game, right? This Souls game is the easiest Souls game to just to casual play, and it's the easiest Souls game to casual play because it's like the grinding is very organic. Like it's got an open world where you can actually level up like crazy while doing interesting things and getting stronger gear, to the point where you can become insanely overpowered, even more overpowered than the actual bosses. But this gives the developers the flexibility to make much more difficult bosses without making the game unbeatable. So what they did in this game is they made this game has the hardest bosses in any Souls game, but they added summons with the little spirits and the mimics, so they make it very easy, right? You can just walk into a battle, summon something, and then just start shooting lasers at its back, dude, basically, and instantly delete one of the hardest bosses. But at the same time, it's the hardest one because since they did all this, since they made it so accessible in this way, they also had the liberty to make the bosses the most challenging ever. So they have all these delayed attacks, they have so many moves, they have moves that branch out, they have moves that have different variants afterwards. So I think they solved the problem. They solved the difficulty problem they're geniuses, because they made the game for casual playthroughs. They made it easier, right? I think anybody can complete this game if they have the time, without having to learn it and get good. And they made the hardest game for challenge runs. So if you want to do a soul level 1 of this game, this is how I realized it. Soul level 1, these enemies have they're so difficult to read, they're so difficult to learn. But my first playthrough, I was like, dude, this game is broken easy. I was just Kamidazuring anything, dude. I just walk into a battle and be like, and the boss would go, and the battle would end. The battle would straight up just end. And then if you have to soul level 1 without summons, for example, or if you want to do a no-hit run or crazy thing like that, challenge runs it's gonna be this is hands down the hardest one to do. So interestingly enough, they simultaneously made their hardest game, and they were able to make their hardest game by making it their easiest. I think that's beautiful. I think that is perfect game design, right? They solved a problem. They solved 2 problems, right? People were saying, oh, you're making games too difficult. And then people were saying, oh, you need easy mode. They did everything in an organic way. It's genius. This is one of the most genius things I've seen in game design in a very, very long time. Honestly. This is why this game is so big. This is why it's so big, and this is why everybody's playing it and everybody's enjoying it. If you had made these bosses, but you don't do the summons and you don't let people organically grind and with the design and be able to overpower them, this game would make everybody miserable and nobody would play it. And on the other hand, if you made the game very easy, it would just kind of betray the people that have been playing it since the beginning, like me. So I just think it's perfect. Honestly, I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that this is one of the best games ever made, dude. And also, they've made a lot of breakthroughs, and they made a breakthrough through difficulty. There are a lot of games. It's 100% a developmental masterpiece. There are a lot of games out there that have tried to solve the difficulty problem, and they've done it very well. For example, let's say Nintendo, right? Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I love that game. And that game, there's certain things that you can unlock if you want to, and there are also, you can unlock hard mode. And the game is it's challenging, but for more casual players, you can buy power-ups. You can, if you fail a certain amount of times, they can give you a Kong that you can just complete the level with complete immunity. But you're not going to get the puzzle pieces, and you're not going to be able to unlock hard mode. And for the more hardcore players, or the people that like the challenge, you can actually just power through it, and then you'll unlock hard mode by getting all the pieces, and you'll unlock the secret levels, but it's optional. So I think that's a much more artificial approach, obviously, because you're interfering with the core gameplay. This is just genius. This is just genius because you don't change the core gameplay. If people want a challenge run, they can do it. If they want to do soul level 1, they can do it. If they don't want to summon mimics or whatever with the bell, they can do it. If they don't want to use magic, they can do it. You can challenge yourself, and you can also make it easy for yourself. it's just this game. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. And on top of that, it's one of the most ambitious. It's the most ambitious open world game ever. And it's got like the scale of this game is impressive. It's so impressive, and the quality, like it maintains a quality level and a level of polish unseen in other games at a ridiculous scale. And what's also interesting is that they didn't flex this. Any game that has a big map, they're always marketing. Oh, we have the biggest map. We have the biggest. Oh, our map is huge. Our map is huge. These guys just released the game. They just released it and let the game speak for itself. It's beautiful. Honestly, I don't like to say this because it sounds kind of like you know, like you can say it about a lot of things, but this is definitely one of the best games that has ever been created. I'm convinced of that, and I don't say that lightly. Like a lot of people even think that I'm kind of a hater with things that come out, but this game is an absolute masterpiece. And even if you don't like, if you play it, if you don't play it, if you casual, if you challenge run it, whatever you do, but any way that you experience it, it's worth it. Elder Rolls baby TED Talk, dude. The world needs to know. Ooh! No, dude, Rico! Exactly what I was talking about. He literally changed the entire combo. He usually did forward, and then he followed it up with another one, and then he did the heavy attack. Now he just changed it on me. All right, I take all of what I said, I take it back. This game sucks, dude.